I thought I'd go for a drive and talk some Astros. You are looking at Pennywise duck. For those of you who don't know, Jeeps get ducks put on their driver's side handles that they put on their dashboards. And this one was put on my dashboard the Friday before Halloween. And it was so freaky with the little roller skates and how realistic it looked. I was like, do I even want to bring that into the car? Is it totally possessed? I think so. Tell me what you think in the comments. Anyway, I was told by my Rangers fan, my Rangers fan, as if I'm a Ranger, or a Ranger who is a fan of me, a friend who likes the Rangers, and I still consider him a friend, and we can talk baseball and watch the Astros play the Rangers together, except in the playoffs. He admitted he couldn't get together and do that because either he's going to be winning and I'll be miserable and my wife will be miserable, because yes, my wife watched every Astros game this year, including the playoffs, everything but the preseason. So pretty excited to have a wife willing to sit down and watch the games with me. Anyway, so my friend who is a Rangers fan was telling me about Cory Seager's speech at the end of the World Series. And he's like, hey, did you catch this? And I was like, no, I stopped watching after the Astros were out. I'm not a baseball fan. I'm an Astros fan. If the Astros weren't in Major League Baseball, I wouldn't watch baseball. Just been following the Astros since, like, honestly, the early 1980s. When I was a little kid, my dad exposed me to them early, and, you know, I just loved them. And when they weren't even on TV, we didn't have the cable stations and stuff that would carry them, and they weren't on the public access television unless they were away games. And I would have to listen to them on the radio. And I knew every position, every player, I knew the bench players, everybody from the early 1980s. And I'd been rooting for them long before they ever smelled a World Series. I know that, you know, when they had Mike Scott and some of the other guys, Larry Durker, doing really well for them, you know, we got close a few times. But, you know, back in the Astrodome days, that's when I was watching them. And when they got the first World Series, I was very excited. Second World Series, very excited. 7 trips to the ALCS and Division Series is awesome. Just never been done in the American League, as you know. So, anyway, it's all part of the same point. I'm not rambling on about something completely different, but I am giving you more detail than normal. So, Cory Seager apparently had his World Series winning speech to basically mirror Bergman's speech of winning the division and going into the playoffs first in the division for the 7th year, right? So anyway, at first I was pretty annoyed to hear that Seager had done that, and then I took a step back and I thought imitation's the best form of flattery. So whether he meant it to be flattering, which I doubt, or he meant it to be insulting, which, you know, maybe meant to just have fun. You know, sometimes, you know, we just have that sense of humor, and it's not meant to be you know, insulting jab as much as just a jab. So no matter how he meant it, it is flattering, because it shows that the World Series champions of 23 are still looking up at the Astros. So I'm okay with that. I'm good with that. Bergman, I hope that you see that as a compliment, even if it's a backhanded compliment, kind of, right? Still a compliment, because they're looking at you claiming the division, and they're looking at you as a threat, and they're looking at your 7 years as something they may never be able to do, something that nobody in the American League may ever do again. And, you know, the Astros could make it 8 straight years next year and tie the National League record for 8 straight seasons. So I'm hoping for that. But tell me what you guys think about in the comments. Is Cory Seager a jerk? Is he just like harmless, that's constructive sarcasm, or what are your thoughts on it?